and her lovely silver steamboat strolling down the slave.
So I wanted to tell you what we do. CM Media Society is a non-profit organization. We're registered, and our whole goal is to teach the Hul'qumi'num language and have a website for people to learn the language. So Bob, this is Bob Isbister, and Bob helped us to become, to learn more and to set our mission statement and our goals for our organization. So we're honoring Bob as well on this day today. And the Salish Productions are doing the video part of it. And I do some audio recording myself. So we're growing. We're growing as an organization. So now we're after some money to help us to do capacity building, and that's coming up. But we're also applying to have an accelerated method of learning the language, because the way the language has been taught in our communities is linguistics, and nobody's coming out of that as a conversant in Hul'qumi'num. So this accelerated way of learning is also it's how do you say, it's sustainable. It kind of will get people trained, and they'll be able to keep it going. I just wanted to explain, what this Greg had offered to honor these ladies and Bob, and it kind of grew because it started at his house with maybe about 5 of us showing up, and last word, Randy said, oh, there's going to be like 18 people there, and it's grown to this. And I'm really happy. I don't know most of you that are here, but I really thank you for coming, because I hope that you'll spread the word about our website, and also that you will that you will learn it if you want to. So Randy Fred, if he could say a few words. Sure.
So first of all, thank you to the cooks.
Yeah.
And I thank you all for coming. The major purpose, like Fran said, is to honor Bob and Pat and Ann. And Pat and Ann have been with us for the past couple of years as founding members, and we're very grateful to them for being with us and witnessing all the work that's taking place. And we know that they'll carry it in their hearts and help us, to continue spreading the word about it.
Oh, definitely.
And then I really want to thank Bob for all the work that he did. And he facilitated, I think it was 5 workshops for us to help us get focused, to help us to get on a path where we can properly plan and make good things happen. So what we've done to date is we've produced about a half a dozen videos. We got a grant from the Anglican Church, a fund for healing and reconciliation. And they gave us money to develop our website and to do 5 pilot radio shows. But the way things fell into place, we connected with Louis and Greg. And instead of doing radio shows, we did videos. And Joe was kind enough to let us videotape him conducting a coming-of-age ceremony. So that's one of the ones. And then we got a couple from with Willie Seymour. And we did a really exciting one in Duncan with Joey Thomas and Yetta David preparing a lunch. And then they fed that lunch to, there was I think 7 elders there. And we videotaped them eating lunch and talking to each other in Hul'qumi'num.
If you just turn around, you can see it on the video just there.
Combustible. Die Hussein, Swalka, Spa, die Hussein. Neem dit das, maar ze met de achting. Zeg Cultures, it's the Salish. Cultures,
And this is Willie Seymour at his home.
You know, many of our languages are in dire straits, and you know, we're fortunate to have people like Joe, you know, available to help us document the language, because like Fran said, it's really critical when people are learning the language that they hear the language. And so that's what we see as our main purpose. Like, we don't want to compete with any of the language programs, but we want to complement what they're doing. So Edwin is, like Greg said earlier, he has a company called Salish Studios. And CM Media Society is very, very grateful to Edwin making his video equipment available to us. And like I said earlier, you know, we were supposed to do radio shows, but we did video instead. The video is very, very much costly compared to radio, compared to audio. And we were able to do these videos because of the generosity of Edwin. And I just want to give Edwin a little token gift here, just to commemorate what you know, what we've been able to accomplish because of you. Thank you.
When we created this company, it's actually a spin-off, Salish Studios, of Atadene Productions, which is the company I started. Before that, I started another company called Q for publishing, because the elders in our community wanted to publish books, but nobody would publish them for them. So, silly me, I created a publishing stamp very similar to Randy, and I read about Randy, and I knew the work that he did, and I was really, really honored when I met him here on the island. But at that point, I was on another path heading back to Big Turtle Island to work with First Nations communities. And not working alone meant that I worked with Lewis, and we worked on different projects in Denendeh and other places, Lewis and Greg. And you can't do things alone. And if you look on the dollar bill, you'll see an eagle holding a bundle of arrows, the American eagle, American greenback. That's from a chief that told him, look at this arrow, you guys are fighting. He snapped it in half, and he grabbed a bundle, and you can see you're strong when we're together. So we started this company knowing that a lot of First Nations don't have the money, so we just did the work for them, and we copyrighted it for them and gave it to them to use however they want. And now that's led into other productions, and I just came from some meetings in Vancouver where we're going to be creating our own record label. And I was introduced to a producer in Hollywood through a friend of mine, where we're doing another business in construction, and his son is quite popular in Hollywood, and we're going to be involving him in other big productions in the future. But I think the most important thing is that we're all brothers and sisters, and even today we can have solutions to help Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is really hurting right now. And it's through unity, it's through recognizing that we are one community. None of us are any better than the other. Every one of us bears some form of responsibility for healing and acknowledging. We don't blame or hurt other people. That's not the Indigenous way. The Indigenous way is to acknowledge and start healing, not to give the person a criminal record or a mark for the rest of their life, but to give them the love and courage to heal. And how does that come? It comes from a heart that's open, a heart that's loving, a heart that's encouraging, and a helping hand, and not a pushing down, but pulling up. I've come to know in my life that our elders hold the keys for our future. They're the most, with the woman and them together, they're the most precious gift that we have.
Oh, Danny girl, the boys are pulling. pulling the children out of homes and communities across the nation. The children are gone, the heart of the community is dying. 'Tis you, government, from whom we must hide. You cut my hair, stole my moccasins, and placed a number on me. Then took the language from all of we. And if we meet again in our home community, if my soul is dead, then help me rise into my culture. I pray you'll listen and understand what they did to me. I pray you'll listen and understand what they did to me. Oh, Danny girl, I'll always love you. Oh, Danny girl, you helped me grow. Oh, Danny girl, I'll always love you. Oh, Danny girl. And as we heal, we shall hear the joy of unity. And our residential school experiences will strengthen the culture in our community. And you will embrace my hand and say that you love me so. Oh, Danny girl.
I have a little donation here from her for letting us use their facility.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. So I just encourage people, if you would make a donation to our sister's church somehow.
I'm just so thankful that our church could be here for you. And we always will be. Lord loves you just as much as he loves me. And this was such a great turnout. You guys are more than welcome to come back anytime. Much love.
And we have a flautist here in our presence, that's Terry. Ask Terry to do a few songs for us.
tongue-in-cheek song poking fun at me. I have a little bit of the Celtic Irish heritage. It's called Very, Very Merry Terry.
You got some?
Yeah, excuse me, Bruce?
Yeah.
My sister has something to say.
You.
Okay, well, she wants to let you people know how much we raised to give to the church, and it was $166.75.
Wow.
And
Wow.
yeah, so
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please chop your toenails on the floor. The man, the mission, the passion, the glory, the great one, Willie Thrasher, the legend.
Everybody here, in the eyes of the Great Spirit, we're all legends because we're protecting the earth in our own traditional way. Louis and I will just get our guitar and we'll do a song here, and while Ed will say a few words about the North here.
My grandniece wanted to say something.
I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for this really wonderful meal. Thank you for being here.
She sure doesn't have your shyness, Rick.
Yeah.
I'd like to give honor to my wonderful wife, who's been supporting me, my chief comfort and joy on this planet and the work that I do. She's always here for me and bounce my ideas off and give me good feedback.
Sometimes bad feedback.
Well, it's always good feedback. Sometimes I don't always like to hear it. It's usually spot on, so I just like to honor her for all of that. And I'd like to leave.
Thank you.
Yeah, Aklavik means Aklak, just like Kelowna means bear. Aklak means the bear, and Aklavik is the traditional home of the Inuvialuit and the Dene. They met there because it's so rich in fishing, and that's where the first trading companies came in. The Americans were there, of course. The whalers were there, and Aklavik is fairly famous because it's the richest fur trading post in northern Canada.
And we'd like to do this thank you song for each and one of you, and for the people that make the supper, and people invited, and the beautiful church that we have here. Thank you very much, all of you. And here's a song dedicated to you.
Keep going. You can hear the diggers singing as they're heading down the bay. Oh, I gotta dig a duck today. Cause I get a bucket duck every time I dig a duck, that's why I gotta dig a duck, gotta dig a duck a day. Here's your part. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck a day. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck a day. Sounding good. Oh, it takes a lot of luck. And a certain kind of pluck just to dig around the muck for to get a gooey duck. Because he doesn't have a front, and he doesn't have a back, he doesn't look like Donald, and he doesn't go corners. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck a day. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck a day. Last verse, my goodness. Yesterday my cousin Chuck, every time he dug a duck, put each duck into his truck, but then poor Chuck was horror struck. For every gooey duck in his truck it ran amok, and poor Chucky had the luck to get his truck stuck in the muck. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck a day. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck a day. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a duck a day. Dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a gooey duck, dig a duck, dig a duck, dig a duck a day.
Okay, that's enough of them.
Oh, sweet Caroline, this good time that would be so good. Well, why do you decline to believe they never would, sweet Caroline?
Thank you.
Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, everybody. Take my whole life too.